Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, welcome. If you are new here, I am the Blunt Reader, and this is going to be the ultimate 2021 pick a card reading to see what energies may show up for you in this new year. Please keep in mind that, as always, this is a general reading, so it cannot and will not resonate with every single person who is watching this video. If you would like to book a personal reading with me and get your own 2021 reading, you can do so by going to my website. That information is down below in the description box. If you want to know any of the names of the decks that I am using, that information is also down below in the description box. Everything you need will be down there. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification bell so that when I post a new video, you are notified. I know I haven't been here for some time, but I'm back now. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Blunt Reader. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Group number 1 is to your left, I believe, with the rose quartz. This is group number 1. This is group number 2 with the Carnelian in the middle, and we have Selenite with group number 3. So again, group number 1 has rose quartz, group number 2, which is in the middle, has Carnelian, and group number 3 has Selenite. If you feel led to more than one group, feel free to choose more than one group. Listen to your intuition, what you feel drawn to and led to. If you chose group number 1 with the rose quartz, let's see what 2021 has in store for you. We are going to take a look at all of the oracle cards first, and then we will clarify with tarot cards. So your first 2 oracle cards, we have trust your gut, your body knows the truth. And we have soulmate client. Your dream clients are in your heart. Trust your gut has to do with your intuition and what you feel. And your intuition is going to play a big role in your life. It always does. But if you are not listening to what you feel, if you are not listening to your body, if you do not take heed to the warning signs that are showing up, and for some of you it could be physically, then you will pay the price for that. And it's interesting because I initially wanted to do 2021 readings for each sign, and I had started them. I had done about 4 of them, and they were roughly like an hour long. And I kept feeling like, man, I'm trying to get this up before New Year's. I need to get this done. Like, I need to get all of these videos done, recorded, edited, and put up by the 1st. And then last night I was thinking, like, why the rush? Like, even if you don't get it up until next week, it'll be fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like half the year is gone and you're just not getting it up. Like, why are you rushing? This morning I woke up. Today is New Year's Eve when I am recording this, and today I woke up with a headache from hell, the lowest pit of hell. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to force myself to try to get these done, but I am going to try to do what I can. And so I started recording. I did Pisces reading, finished the whole reading, and I was like, yeah, this headache is not letting up, so I'm gonna go do something else. Not I'm gonna go rest, I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go do some more work. So I started to edit the videos that I had already done, and then I noticed like bits and pieces of all of the videos, all of the readings were gone. They just vanished, disappeared. Don't know what happened to them. And I was like, really? So I recorded all of these videos, spent all of this time yesterday doing these videos, even though I knew I should have probably waited, because I already wasn't really feeling it in my body, and I didn't listen. So me not listening to what I felt, me not listening to my body, resulted in me not even having a complete video. Like, none of the readings were complete because some parts of the videos just, I don't know, disappeared. Don't know what happened to them. And so the price for me is, well, you did all of that work, exerted all of that effort, and you still don't have nothing. I feel like it's definitely teaching me to slow down, but for you, it's going to be very, very important for you to listen to your intuition and listen to your body. Rest when you need to rest. I also feel like some of you are going to notice, and you may have already been noticing, that the food and drinks and things that you consume, whether, you're eating it, drinking it, breathing it in, even what you watch, what you listen to, is going to be different. Things that you could normally eat and be okay with, you won't be able to. Things that you would normally drink and you were perfectly fine, nope, not going to be the case. Because what you put into your body also can affect your connection to you, yourself, your higher self, your intuition. Opening that third eye. So some of you may be changing your diet, and diet not just talking about, what you consume orally, also what you consume, whether through the media or whatever the case may be. You're definitely getting to connect with your tribe, with like-minded individuals, people who resonate with you. Your ideal clients, if you have your own business, are coming to you. So the people who are going to be patient and kind and understanding, generous, people that are just easy to work with, especially if you have a spiritual based business. Be very selective with the people that you choose to work with. Be very careful and mindful of how you use your energy and with whom you exchange energy. All money is not good money. We know that. So be very exclusive in 2021. Even if you don't have your own business, be very exclusive with who and what you give your time to. For some of you, you may want to kind of write out scripts, manifest, however you choose to do it, what your ideal client or clients look like, your friends, your ideal group of friends, a relationship. Pay attention to how you feel when you're around people too. Because there's some people that when you're around them or when you talk to them, like you instantly feel off or different. Like you have a headache, you start to feel nauseous, something like that. Your body is telling you something about these people. Some of you is work. You go into work and it's like you're immediately sick. But then when you leave, you're fine. Your body's trying to tell you something. So be mindful of that. I'm hearing downsize. So for some of you, if you work for a company, the company may be downsizing. If you have your own business, it may be necessary for you to kind of scale back what you do or what you offer. I just get exclusive, and that's definitely my word for 2021, is being very exclusive. You can't let everybody have access to you. And even those who do have access, it's about how much access you choose to give or allow them to have with you. We have time for a nap. Your body knows the truth. Listen to it. Unfinished symphony. We have TikTok. It came out upside down, so I'm going to leave it that way. I feel like it's important. And we have soulmates. What time for a nap is as simple as take a break, rest, relax, listen to your body. If your body is saying you need rest, rest. If you feel like you need a day off, take a day off. Don't neglect yourself in the process of trying to obtain some level of success or to obtain anything, whatever it may be. With soulmates here, we are talking about possibly a relationship as well, but we also had your soulmate client. So again, you linking up with like-minded individuals, people who resonate with you, people who are going to be able to give you the same thing that you give to them because they are on the same wave as you. With unfinished symphony being on top of soulmates, there could be a situation where there is or has been separation, and now there could also be reconciliation because something isn't done yet. It may seem done, it may seem like it's, the end, but it's not. There's still some unfinished business that has to be taken care of. And with time for a nap and unfinished symphony, I'm feeling like some of you don't know when to quit because it's like, I have to get this done. Like me. Like, I need to get these videos done and record it, edit it, upload it by the 1st. It was the 30th. That's 12 videos, each an hour long. So an hour to record all of them, that's 12 hours right there. Plus I gotta edit them. And if not for the headache that sat me down, I would have tried to do it. Because it's like, no, I can't just leave that like that. Like, I committed to this, so I have to do it. Okay, but also commit to yourself, to taking care of yourself, not rushing. Slow down. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I feel like I'm talking to somebody else. What are you rushing for? What's the rush? What's the hurry? That TikTok, what's the hurry? Time is an illusion. That's why it's in reverse. There is no timeline. There is no time constraint. There is no restriction. The deadline doesn't really exist. Because what needs to happen will happen when it's supposed to happen. So this rush, this I need to get this done by this time, this has to be done. Some of you are going to realize that you're going to be set down a whole lot in 2021 because you want to keep doing, keep going, keep going, keep going. You have this hustle and grind attitude. Nothing wrong with that. You want to, start the year off right. Focused, determined, driven, ambitious. All of these goals that you have for yourself and these deadlines that you have placed on yourself. And it's like, you want to reach it. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You should set goals, and having a time for when you would like that to be accomplished is good. It gives you something to work towards. But it's also about realizing that sometimes things don't go as planned. So, okay, I didn't get the videos recorded. I didn't get them done and uploaded by the time that I wanted them to be. But maybe those messages that I recorded didn't need to be released right now. Maybe it's something that needs to wait. And so that's why it's not working out. Be okay with deviating from the plans that you have. Because the plans that you have may not be the plans that Spirit has. And well, that is always going to trump our plans. I just heard call it quits as I was looking at Unfinished Symphony. So some of you may have called it quits on something, but I don't feel like it's over. I do not feel like it is over. With TikTok being in reverse, it's like, no, time is up. It's too late. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. We'll see. We have unlikely, wait, take action, and there's something better. Now I laid these cards down like this, but they don't necessarily go with the cards that I laid them on. I feel like it will be unlikely for some of you to actually take a nap, rest, relax, be okay with deviating from the plan. For some of you, yeah. Because in your mind, it's like, no, I need to go do this. Take action. I need to go do this right now. TikTok, time is running out. So maybe it does go with what I laid it on. I need to go. I need to do this. This has to be done right now. It has to be done by this time. I'm supposed to be married by this time. I'm supposed to have this job by this time. I'm supposed to be doing this by this time. It says who? Who said that? Who told you that? You? There's nothing wrong with having these dates or timelines in mind. However, be okay with deviating away from that. Some of you may want to take action on something that you don't need to take action on because there is something better. And in, I want to say it was Pisces reading that I did today actually, it was a very similar message where it seems that for Pisces, they were doing a lot of moving ahead and then being pulled back. Whether you're Pisces or not, the same can apply. But they were going through this back and forth of moving ahead and being pushed 10 steps back because they kept wanting to do things the way that they wanted to do it. They didn't want to just wait. They had the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and then I think like the Three of Wands were like the first few cards that came out. And one of the first things that I said was that Two of Wands needs to be before that Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, we're talking about taking off, taking action. being very determined. My mind is made up and I'm going after it. But the Two of Wands came after the Knight of Swords. The Two of Wands is about the plan, looking towards the future, thinking long term, thinking about something that you're going to be able to sustain. This take action card is reminding me of the Knight of Wands, which is impulsive energy, just like the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like, I have an idea, it sounds good, so I'm going to just run with it, but I haven't really thought it out. Yeah. And with the Pisces reading, it seemed that they were impatient, which is what this take action is. It's being impatient because you don't want to wait. And it's saying to wait. Some of you, in terms of a relationship, a job, something, it's like you don't think things are going to get any better. And so you feel like if you leave, you'll be able to find better. But maybe you're being guided to wait because something is going to be resolved in the situation that you're in if you are just patient and willing to work it through, wait it out. I don't feel like you have clarity on whatever it is that you're trying to take action on, and that's why it's not going to work out. So in 2021, it would benefit you to slow down. There is no rush. It's okay to take a break. You don't always have to be doing something. You don't always have to be producing. You are not a robot. So be okay with things just flowing. Just at ease. Today I feel like doing this, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Maybe it wasn't in the original plan, but oh well. We're going to deviate away from that. We have fate. We have confusion, yeah. Patience, yeah. And manipulation. There you go. This is your lesson for 2021, your biggest lesson. Learning how to trust your intuition so that you know when you're supposed to move and when you're not supposed to move. Connecting with like-minded individuals, soulmates, whether that be in a work situation or romantically or both. Could also be with friends. Learning how to be patient, because that's why this take action is here. This is why this impulsivity is here, because you want to do things because you're tired of waiting, but you keep being guided to wait because there's no clarity. There's confusion here. So you want to take off, but where are you going? You don't know. I just don't want to be here, so I'm going to just go. Stay put. Because everything that is happening is supposed to happen. Fated events are taking place. Doesn't matter what you are trying to do, what you are trying to avoid. If it is supposed to happen, it will happen, whether you want it to or not. With manipulation, I feel like this is you trying to skip the process, ducking and dodging. So in 2021, like I said, it's a lot about patience. I feel like there could definitely be delays. And just like with that Pisces energy, so if you are a Pisces watching this, then yeah, it could definitely apply to you for the year. There could be resistance, and it could be a lot of resistance because, again, one of the things I said in that Pisces reading was that they were getting a reality check. So you may be going through your Saturn return during 2021. It could have just recently started when Saturn moved into Aquarius. So lots of resistance, but it doesn't have to be difficult or devastating or horrible if you just allow yourself to flow. Stop trying to skip the process. The more you resist, the more difficult it becomes. You're not going to win against the universe. Learn how to be patient. And again, trusting your intuition is going to be big, because then you'll know what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to do it and how you're supposed to do it. Otherwise, you're just running off blindly. And when you do that, you end up getting hurt. So sit down. Be patient. There's also a need for consistency. Being consistent. Not starting something, stopping it, starting it again and stopping it. That's not how you're going to get success. That's not how you're going to be That's not where the success comes from. You got to be disciplined. We have jealousy. We have stop reaching out. We have quit. That word y'all don't want to hear. Wait. Waiting for you to reach out. So somebody could be waiting for you to reach out, or you could be waiting for somebody to reach out. Either way it goes, it looks like stop reaching out. I mean, that's pretty plain. You have wait twice, so it could be a bit of a waiting game in 2021. With quit being here, it's almost as if it's like little kids when they're doing something, you got to keep telling them to stop. Like, stop doing that, quit, stop, quit. Yeah, you're the little kid and spirit keeps telling you stop. Like, stop manipulating stuff, stop touching stuff, just sit down, it's coming, relax. In 2020, some of you may have realized that you were around people who were jealous of you. People you consider friends, possibly family too. And they may have been trying to manipulate you in some kind of way. This could also be something that comes up in 2021, that you realize people that you are around, that you thought were friends, that you thought, were your people, are actually jealous of you. Spirit, what do they need to be consistent in? What do they need to be consistent in? Didn't I say that Knight of Wands energy was here? Sagittarius, just wanting to go and do and take off and do everything but what you're being asked. We have the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. For some of you, this King of Cups is the person that you are connecting with. This may very well be the person who you're being instructed to stop reaching out to, because you're the one who is always reaching out. You've been consistent, but the other person has not been. And I feel like it leaves you in this energy. Ten of Wands, Four of Cups. Defeated. You have given so much and still there's nothing to show for it. I thought this time was going to be different. It's like you're almost at the point of being sick and tired, but you're not there yet. And with this Page of Pentacles, it's the start of something new. Some of you are expecting a lot from new situations, meaning you just started talking to somebody and you expect them to talk to you every day, to text you every single day. Why? Some of you start a job and realize that it's very overwhelming, that it's a lot of work, maybe more than you initially thought or bargained for. It feels like you, at least for some of you, there's an energy of realizing how much you could have done or accomplished. It feels like you're being hard on yourself though. So could be some Capricorns here, yeah. Because I feel like I'm talking to myself. I am a Capricorn. Lots of Capricorn energy in my chart. But somebody who's very hard on themselves, like, I could have did that, I could have done that. But you already got a lot on your plate, so why are you trying to add more? Again, take breaks, rest. And you're still trying to figure out how you can do more, or you're beating yourself up for not doing more. If consistency is a theme for you in 2021, being consistent, it's that message of downsizing. limit or reduce the amount of obligations and responsibilities you have, because for one, some of those responsibilities and obligations may not actually be yours anyway. You just feel responsible for them. Like, you may feel like you have to keep this connection going with this King of Cups. Spirit says stop reaching out so you don't. In 2021, make sure that you prioritize the things that are actually priorities, because in order for you to be consistent, it's going to be a lot easier if you don't have so much to be consistent with. If you have 8 different projects that you're working on, being consistent and working towards all of them every single day is going to be difficult. But if you only have 2 things that you're working on, it's a lot easier for you to dedicate time, consistent time and effort to these things. Downsize. You don't have to do so much. What are you trying to prove, and who are you trying to prove it to? And I feel like you beat yourself up because you don't get all of these things accomplished. You have this long to-do list, and it's like, I have to do all of this by this specific time. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But you'll try and find a way to get it done. Quit while you're ahead. Know when it's time for you to walk away from things for good. Know when it's time to take a break. Your body is going to tell you that. You'll know. Where is this jealousy coming from? We have the 10 of Swords, so something that ended. We have the 2 of Cups, within a relationship possibly. Then we have the Tower, the Moon, the Page of Wands. I feel like wherever the jealousy is coming from, it's coming from somebody that you're connected to. But this person looks like the Page of Wands. See how happy he looks? Like, he looks real happy and excited for you. But he's not. I feel like this is the person who is manipulating you in some kind of way, or manipulating whatever it is that you have going on that they don't like. I feel like you have realized, or you're going to realize, that the people that you think are for you are not really for you. It's going to be revealed. True intentions will be revealed. Definitely. And it's going to lead to endings, but it will also create room and space for new things to come towards you. I don't know why I'm seeing a seahorse. A seahorse. I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Seahorses may be relevant to you. There could be people plotting against you. Could be plotting against your relationship too. Somebody not happy with you being in a relationship with this particular person, or somebody is not happy that your partner is with you. And so they're trying to create friction or cause it to end in some kind of way, but it's something that is not seen initially. For some of you, it could be with manipulation. Being here, somebody could be doing some sort of magic to try to interfere with you or with your partner on an individual level. So in terms of like work and things like that, money, but also with the relationship. But I feel like whoever is doing the magic is somebody still that's close. If it is magic, could just be evil eye, just jealous, hating. But it's somebody close. Watch your people. Trust your gut. Like I said, pay attention to how your body reacts, how you feel around certain people. That will tell you. Spirit, who do they need to stop reaching out to? We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are reaching out to a person who considers you just an option. To you, you think it's something stable, Ace of Pentacles. To them, it's just, you're just an option. You're one of many. That's how they view you. Doesn't mean that that's actually true for you or about you. Some of you are also, you keep reaching out to a particular job, or you keep asking for something at a job, like a promotion, a bonus. When am I going to get this? I thought you said this was going to happen. It hasn't. Could be checking up to see if, your application went through, if you got the job after an interview, something like that. Could also be why this energy of weight is here. Why is the Seven of Cups here with the Ace of Pentacles? Seven of Swords. So again, we're talking about this manipulation. We're talking about deception. Seven of Cups says also deception, but it could be you deceiving yourself. Again, not seeing the situation for what it really is, or the person for who they really are. We have the Knights of Pentacles with Justice. Whatever is being done, though, that is unfair, that is vindictive, it will come out. It may take some time, but that's why patience is here. That's why wait is here twice. It's going to come out. Whatever you need to know will be revealed when you need to know it. The Devil, the Ace of Cups, the Knights of Wands. So could be dealing with a Capricorn, could be dealing with a Sag, could be dealing with somebody on the Sag, Capricorn cusp, could also be dealing with the Libra. Regardless of the sign, it just feels like another sad love song is what I heard. This situation is unequally yoked. It doesn't feel like you're on the same page, honestly. That's what I feel. Because it's like with that Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, somebody is looking at this as something that can be long term, that can be stable, that can be committed, and the other person is just like, it's just an option. Like, I'm still exploring my options. I haven't really made a choice or a decision, just like with this Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The Ace of Cups is about love and emotions, feelings, etc. But it's something that, one, you can trust, and that usually lasts a long time. The Knight of Wands does not. It's not stable. It's not consistent, which we had initially with this King of Cups. So you could be connected to this King of Cups romantically, and you two are not on the same page, and Spirit is saying to stop reaching out to this person, because again, you could have been the one who has been consistent, and this person is not. You could want a new beginning, and this person may not. They may be telling you that, but what are they showing you? You have been doing your job. You've been consistent with it. You've done everything that you know how to do. You did your part. And it's like you may be waiting on something, but it's not coming. There's something unfair about whatever the situation is, whether it has to do with love, work, friendship, family, whatever it is. There's something that is unfair, something that is not balanced, something that is not right in the situation, and it will be revealed when it is time to be revealed. So in the meantime, stop reaching out. What do they need to quit, Spirit? What do they need to quit? We have the Chariot, Temperance, and the King of Pentacles. Stop asking for things that should be given freely, is what I'm hearing. Things like respect, adequate pay. Somebody knows how much something is worth or how much you should be getting paid. Stop asking for things that should be given freely. I feel like some of you are being blatantly discriminated against, and this is at work, but you haven't said anything about it. Or you have, but it's the way in which you're saying it that is the reason you're not getting any results. It seems like there is somebody or something that is trying to block your progress, your success, you moving forward. There's also somebody who feels like you need them. And maybe you've made them feel that way, especially with this devil energy. Because look at the way she's holding on to him, and he's just like, yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Somebody has that attitude, definitely. This King of Pentacles could definitely be a Capricorn. They feel like you need them. Especially because with Temperance, she's down on the ground right next to this King of Pentacles, and it's almost as if she's looking up at this pentacle. It could be a job because the King of Pentacles does represent the boss. And so this person feels like you need this job, and that's why they're not giving you what you want, or they're making things difficult because they feel like you're dependent on them, the job. So even if I mistreat you, even if I don't give you what you deserve and what you have been asking for, you ain't going nowhere because you need this job. Do you really need the job? No. But they feel like you do. Do you really need this person? No. But they feel like you do. Somebody feels like they have you in the palm of their hand. Like you're just going to do whatever they want. Quit being a people pleaser. Quit letting people play in your face too and treat you any kind of way because you love them or because you do feel like you need this job. Like, I'm trying to keep this job, so I'm not going to say anything. Stop being, I want to say humble in the sense of the actual definition, talking about downplaying yourself. Quit biting your tongue to appease other people. Quit dimming your light to appease other people. I feel like for some of you, you're very meek and timid, and you don't want to say anything, or you don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't want confrontation. And so you just don't say anything. You don't do anything. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Feel like this is the Pisces reading all over again. Because in that reading there was somebody, the King of Swords, actually, who was just trying to get a rise out of this person. They just kept doing things. And with Pisces, they wanted to retaliate. They wanted to get revenge. They wanted to say or do something. And just like with this energy, it's like, no, wait, it'll be handled. They had justice too. They had it twice, actually. It's like, no, wait, it'll be handled. It'll work itself out. You don't have to do anything. It's already handled. Just keep going on about your business. But at the same time, you can say something. You can let people know that they can't just disrespect you or treat you any kind of way without it being confrontational. Like I said, some of you may not be getting the results that you want because of how you're going about it. I did a podcast episode called When Communication Meets Comprehension, I think is the title. And in that podcast I said that if you meet attitude with attitude, if you meet anger with anger, you just get more of that. So still let people know not to play with you. Don't let people feel comfortable disrespecting you. But it doesn't have to be said in a way that leads to more conflict. What are they waiting for, Spirit? Exactly. Clarity. This is why you have to wait, because you don't have all of the facts. You don't know the whole story. You only know bits and pieces of it. So you can't move until you know everything, or you shouldn't move until you know everything, until you are clear. And like I said before, you want to take action, you want to do, you want to go, you want to move. But until you are clear about what direction you're headed in, what you're going after, what the long-term goal is, what the end goal is, until that is clear, You rushing off and running off is not going to lead you anywhere but right back where you currently are. Because you're taking off, but where are you going? You don't know. Please clarify the Ace of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. A lack of balance, the need to be present in the here and now, not so focused on where you're trying to go. What can you do right now in this moment that is going to help you get where you want to go? Knowing the end goal, knowing the long-term goals, seeing the bigger picture is necessary, but you can't live there because you're not there, you're here. It doesn't feel like you feel you have power or control, or like you can make decisions, the right decisions. The Emperor does make the right decisions in the upright position, but this is here in reverse. I don't necessarily feel like it's that you're making the wrong decisions. I just feel like you may find that you make decisions prematurely based on temporary feelings. This could also be the energy of somebody that you are connected to, who wants to appear as if they are the Emperor, who wants to appear as if they are the boss and they have control, but they don't. It seems that 2021, again, overall is going to be a year of patience for you, of really just having to wait it out. And you don't like that. I know. It's uncomfortable. You want to get out of this feeling, of this situation, of this job, of this relationship, of this lack of stability, of this financial issue. You want to get out of it. You want to just go and have things be different. But slow it down. If you go slow in 2021 and really pay attention to things, if you pay attention to your intuition, if you pay attention to how you feel around certain people and act accordingly based on how you feel around these people, if they're depleting you, if they're draining you, if they make you physically sick, get rid of them. If you go into a job and you automatically get sick, or you're immediately drained and you haven't even done anything, maybe consider switching jobs. You are in control to a certain extent. So control what you can, and that's you. Take breaks. Listen to your body. Feed your body the right things so that your intuition is not blocked by junk. I almost forgot these cards. We have My Apology, Remorse, Forgiveness, Olive Branch, and Falling in Love, Honeymoon Period, Infatuation. Yeah. But that Page of Pentacles, King of Cups situation, some of you could meet somebody, it can be very intense and the chemistry is there, the attraction is there, but it won't last long. Is what I'm feeling. Not for all of you. And it doesn't mean that you can't at some point encounter somebody else who will be worth it and who will, last. But again, you will benefit from going slow in 2021. Not rushing. Why are you in a rush? The timeline only exists in your mind. That's it. Nowhere else. Only in your head. So once you realize that, you should also be able to recognize that you can change the timeline if you want to. Okay, well, I didn't get this done by this date, so let's just push it back a few days, a week, a month, however long it takes. We have the party. I'm going to read this because I know that's small. Celebration, community, and friendship. To celebrate is to experience life at its fullest. Cultivate an air of celebration today through action or by spirit. Invite others to celebrate with you and let yourself enjoy their company. Friendships make life all the more sweeter. So definitely a lot of you could be developing or continuing friendships with people that are part of your soulmate tribe. Good energy to be around. You got to get rid of the ones that don't need to be there, though, to create space for these people who do deserve to be a part of your life. You have the journey home, rest, comfort, and security. Our inner being longs for us to reside as one. Take time today to rest into who you are, your body, your soul, and your heart. Place your hands on your chest, breathe deeply, and allow your mind to envision the home within. Again, we're talking about rest. Taking time to breathe, taking time to be present here in the moment. With security and comfort, I feel like it's really talking about your comfort zone as well, and what you feel is giving you a sense of security. Some of you do feel like you need a job or a person because it's your comfort zone, but maybe that's not where you need to be. The security that you should rely on is the one that's within you, which is a direct connection to the universal security of spirit, God, the universe, whoever you believe in spiritually. Because that is your source, not a job, not a relationship, none of that. We have the what if. Verity, uncertainty, and courage. Our beliefs dictate our reality, and what we believe will be the lens through which we view the world. This lens may seem infallible, but it is not. Take time today to review your beliefs, making peace with the uncertainty that it brings. What do you believe? Do you believe that this person, this job is your source of security? What do you believe about yourself and your situation and where you currently are and where you want to be? What do you believe about the people around you? Your beliefs is how you see the world, how you see everything that's going on. But beliefs can change. So it's important to revisit and revise your beliefs as needed. Because you could be holding on to an outdated belief that no longer works, which could be why nothing is working or moving forward. Maybe you had this idea that you always have to work. You got to work extremely hard in order to get something because that's the only way you get something. But maybe that's not true anymore. Maybe things can come with ease. Maybe you don't have to work so hard and struggle so much. Consider other options. So, there you have it. I do hope that this is helpful, that it gives you some guidance, some clarity, and some insight. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I love you for free, Group 1. If you chose Group 2, the Carnelian, then this is your reading. So let's see what 2021 has in store for you. We have approved, you are enough. Visualize, see it, be it. With approved, it seems that you will receive approval from things that maybe you were denied for. So that could be a loan, it could be for a house, it could be a car, an apartment, a job, something that you have been trying to do that you have not been able to. You weren't given permission is what I'm hearing, but I don't feel like that permission is coming from somebody, in the physical. It's coming from the spiritual. Like spirit didn't give you the green light for it, but now you're getting it. I feel that you're getting it now because you're actually getting it. You are realizing that you are enough. You are realizing that if you can see it, that you can actually have it. Some of you have in the past, and maybe even now, and moving into this new year, are still at this point where you may be seeking approval from other people, and that has prevented you from doing things that you wanted to do. Either because other people didn't agree with it, so you were like, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea, or you are worried and have been worried about how it would be perceived or what people may say or may think about you. But in this new year, it's like, yeah, I don't care. Because you realize that it doesn't matter. Because there It's like some of you have gifts, talents, abilities, ideas that you have been sitting on for some time, but again, it's because of you weren't sure of how it would be received by other people, and also you almost have like imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to do this? Who am I to give this information, to do this thing, to present this thing? You're the person that was chosen. That's who you are. So, for example, some of you may want to audition for something, but you don't really like being in the spotlight because of whatever the reason is. You're not confident. You think people are going to criticize you, critique you, whatever the case may be. Maybe you don't put yourself on camera because you're afraid of what people are going to say or think. It's like all of these thoughts of what may happen, what may go wrong. But that's only in your head. Because with visualize, here's all of the good things that you want, but you visualizing people critiquing you or pointing out what you deem to be imperfections or flaws is also something that will manifest. But in 2021, you get to a point where you don't need anybody's approval because you approve of yourself and what you have going on, and you are becoming more confident, more receptive to things happening for you. The idea that things can actually work out for you. And when you start believing that, it starts to happen. In 2021, ask for more. Because you've been okay with the bare minimum, but we're not doing that. So ask for more. I'm hearing 60,000, so I feel like some of you may be selling like your house, a house. Ask for more than what you currently have it up for or what you will have it up for. With work, if you know that you're being underpaid, ask for more. If they don't want to give you that, then start looking elsewhere. Ask for more because you deserve it. We have yin. This is the energy of receiving. Come to the edge. This reminds me of the Fool every time I see it. Fork in the road. And the face, but I thought that said she hates, so it could be somebody hating on you. Fated events are always taking place, and things are happening in a way to position you to receive everything that you want. However, it is going to require that you step out on faith, that you do that thing you've been putting off because you were afraid of how other people were going to receive you. Some of you need to be on camera. Some of you need to be seen. There's something about you being visible that will help you on your journey with your own confidence, your own personal journey. But especially if you have like a business or your job, your career, I won't say requires you to be front and center, but it may. I feel like some of you also have your voice, something about your voice, so it could be singing. Maybe that's something that you want to do, singing, rapping, doing poetry, spoken word, that sort of thing. Whatever it is that you do to use your voice, use it. Use it in a more consistent way than you have been, because some of you have very powerful voices, again, whether it's musically or just you and you speaking and what you have to say. 2021 is about being daring for you, I feel. Being bold, being courageous, being okay being front and center, okay getting the attention, okay getting the recognition. Now, you weren't before because you didn't think you were valuable. You didn't think you were worthy of that praise. And so when it was given to you, you shied away from it, and now you're just like her, soaking it up. She has all eyes on her, I feel. Stars are all around her. She is the star. Some of you are going to reach some sort of celebrity status or be in like the same room, the same vicinity, the same arena with celebrities. Fork in the road says you have a choice to make. You're either going to go this way or you're going to go that way. You're going to do this thing or you're going to do that thing. You're going to keep doing things the way that you've always done them, or you're going to be okay with being bold and courageous and stepping out on faith. Taking that leap, even if you don't know how it's going to turn out. With yin being about receiving, I do feel like some of you are really worried, or you were really worried about how people would receive you, what you have to say, what you have to offer. And so that's why you've been afraid to come to the edge. And you've been back and forth between whether or not you were supposed to do this thing. But as I said, at some point during 2021, you stop caring because you approve of yourself. You start to feel more confident and more sure of yourself. And so you just go for it. You do it. Or you kind of get pushed off the edge and you don't really have a choice then. Either way it goes, you do it. It gets done. And I feel like it leads to a lot of success. But only if you are willing to jump and then fly, is what I heard. Jump and then fly. I'm seeing what looks like Reiki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Being performed, so some of you may do that, or you may start doing that. This group is very powerful. Healing energy for sure, a lot of healing energy. So you may heal through the words that you speak, or that you sing, or that you rap, or whatever it is that you do with your voice. But your hands as well. So whatever it is that you are creating, healing hands. And maybe there is a need for you to be in the spotlight. People need to see you, because when they see you, they can feel your energy, and that in itself is healing. You ever see people and it's just like, it's comforting, it's warm, you can feel their energy and it always looks like they're glowing? Yeah, y'all have that. This group had the Carnelian crystal, which is, don't quote me on this, but I think it has to do with creativity. Also has to do with like sensuality, sexuality. Maybe that's something that you want to, develop more or dive more into, with yin being here, feminine energy. Tapping more into your feminine energy. Yeah, something with the body. The exposing of the body is what I heard. It's weird. Are you trying to say stripping? Because that's a weird way of saying it, but okay. But that's what I kind of feel like. Maybe not as an actual stripper, but it could be. But it could be just whatever it is that you do to connect with your feminine energy. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it for somebody else. Maybe you just walk around the house naked now. Maybe you stand in the mirror and admire your body so that you learn how to love all of it, even the things that you consider to be flaws. I feel like that's happening too. Lots of self-love, a deepening of the connection with you, which helps change things. But some of you could be, like I said, stripping. Could be an OnlyFans type of thing. Get your money. But it's something that you've been hesitant about. And maybe you've been hesitant because it's like, well, what are people going to say if they know that I'm doing this? Don't nobody care what them people think about what you're doing. As long as you're grown, it doesn't matter. What do you think about it? Do you think it's a good idea? If you do, then do it. Some of you may also be able to teach a class on like how to connect with your inner feminine energy or something like that. I also feel like women's retreats for the women is just what I'm getting for the women. Whether it's classes on how to be more sensual and, love on yourself. This group is very creative. So whatever it is that you are creating, whatever it is you've been hesitant to do because of maybe you not knowing how people were going to receive it, do it anyway. Do it anyway. We have remain positive. not the right time, ask your angels, and no. Remain positive is pretty self-explanatory. Keep a positive and optimistic attitude about the things that you are wanting to do, and also about you receiving those things. If you can see it, then you can have it. Even if it doesn't materialize right away, doesn't mean that it's not coming. Let's clarify. I hate that these cards stick together like this. Why is not the right time here? What is it not the right time for? We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's not the right time to be distracted, because if you look at the Ace of Pentacles, the pentacle is down there on the ground, but what's in the hand is this little beetle bug thing. It's like the pentacle was in the hand, the beetle came, and somebody got distracted. And it was like, oh, look, it's a beetle. Let me look at this. Now I done dropped the pentacle. Especially with the Five of Wands. This is chaos. This is drama. This is other people. So I feel like it's not the right time for you to get distracted. Especially with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here. We have stability. We have fulfillment. Could be love. Could be not looking at or listening to outside people, outsiders, when it comes to a relationship. If you have a relationship, but I just feel like it's not the right time for distractions. Like, don't drop this pentacle to look at this bug or to address this bug. And it could be somebody who's bugging you. With not the right time and come to the edge. When you're about to jump off a cliff, it's not the right time for you to be distracted by something flying by. It's the time to be focused. And so I feel like that's what it's saying it's not the right time for. Don't be distracted by drama, chaos, confusion, people who have things to say. Outsiders is what I'm hearing. Don't be distracted by outsiders. Their opinion does not matter. And it could be something that you're hearing like, don't do this, don't do this. They're going to say this, they're going to say that. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, we're talking about celebration. These people are celebrating. This is also about being around people who are really for you. Not people who are trying to compete with you. Not people who are jealous of you. But this Three of Cups, again, because it is about celebration, it could also be saying that this is not the time to be distracted by having too much fun and not being focused on what is actually important. So stay focused is what I get. With ask your angels being here, especially with it being here with fork in the road. If you find yourself at this crossroads of not knowing what to do, what direction to go in, ask. Ask for a sign, ask for a synchronicity, ask what it is that you are supposed to do, and then listen for the answer. Wait for the answer. Why is no here? We have the Ten of Swords with death. Well, yeah, that's a no. That's a double no. A no-no. Don't do that. Leave it where it is. This is something that has already ended. It was fated. It needed to end. And it could be saying no because this is something that may come back around. Instead of saying no, don't do that. Why is death here with the Ten of Swords? What is this about? What is this death and Ten of Swords about? The Six of Cups wanted to come out. So yeah, it could be coming back around. We have the Two of Swords, Five of Swords, King of Swords, and Judgment. Could be air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Two of Swords, we're at a crossroads here. This could be what the decision is about for some of you, whether or not to take something back. With this King of Swords, it could be a person. So if this is a relationship and you're at a crossroads, I feel like the answer is no. Because this thing, this person, this situation, this relationship may act as a distraction for you, and now it's not the time for you to be distracted. With the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, we get Seven Swords. We're talking about deception and manipulation. Five of Swords is conflict, arguing, pettiness, just like that Five of Wands. And with Judgment, you're having to make a choice. And I feel like your ancestors, your angels, your guides are definitely going to be letting you know. What is this decision about, Spirit? What is this decision about this two? Okay. The Ten of Wands, the Seven of Wands. So, Ten of Wands, something that is a burden. Something that is overwhelming. The Seven of Wands, it still feels like it's something that somebody wants to fight for. Like somebody's still trying to hold on to a position that is not really there anymore. There's going to be communication. And like I said, this person could be wanting to reconcile with you, especially because we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Knight of Cups with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So yeah, you got the King and Queen of Swords counterparts. This Knight of Swords is this person coming back, or you going towards this person, however it goes. But it's disruptive with the Knight of Swords. It's impulsive. Could also be aggressive with that Five of Swords we had before. And then looking at the Seven of Wands. Like, they going to war for real. Like, that's why I'm saying no. Like, it's not even worth it to go back to this, to entertain this, to give this your energy. No. So again, if the fork in the road is about a relationship, it looks like the answer is no. Again, ask your angels, listen to your intuition though. We have mirroring. So you and this person or people around you may be mirroring one another. We have quality time and redacted. This person could be reaching out, wanting to spend time with you. The answer is still no. Because with redacted, it's like you don't have all of the facts. You don't have all of the answers. There's some information that this person is leaving out. So, no. We have Case of the Ex, the past, someone returning, reckoning. Yeah, that's evident. And no more tears, redemption, healing, ending difficulties. And this is the energy that you're in. With come to the edge, it's like you're about to take on or go into this whole new phase of your life. And this ex is still there, still lingering, still trying to cause drama, still trying to cause problems, at the same time still trying to come back into your life. For you, you've decided, I'm not doing this anymore. But for some of you, you may still consider it. Especially if this person keeps trying, because it's like, well, they're still trying, so. Before, I feel like you really wanted this person's attention, their time, everything that you wanted from them before that they didn't give, they're going to try to give to you now or at some point during this year. Don't fall for it. Because this person is leaving out the important stuff. With this redacted card, first of all, it's not even in English. The words that you can see is not even in English. And then it's got stuff crossed out, so you don't know what he's talking about or she talking about. It feels like somebody who just kind of talks in circles. And they just keep talking and keep talking, and by the time they finish, you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It also feels like somebody who likes to deflect or who likes to project. This person is not just going to take accountability and responsibility and say, yeah, I did, I messed up. Instead, they're going to try to make it about something that you did or how you responded to something. Just don't even. Something else will come. Something better will come. Respect issues. With that Seven of Wands that we had, is also a need for you to put boundaries in place. We have alcohol or drugs involved. Just busy. And see a doctor. So with respect issues, I feel like it definitely has to do with this ex or whoever this person is. It could also be in friendships where people just don't respect you, don't respect your time, don't respect your boundaries. Some people don't understand that you're just busy and you can't talk to them all of the time, and so then they get mad. For some of you, and I won't even say some, it could just be one or two of you, with see a doctor, I'm feeling like just go get checked. If you're having sex with people, use protection. I don't care if you have known this person, if y'all used to sleep together, because I feel like somebody is going to sleep with somebody that they used to sleep with, and this person comes back and you start talking and you may end up with something. So use protection. Get yourself checked out. Make sure that the people that you are sleeping with get themselves checked out as well, so you don't have these problems. Somebody needs to check themselves into rehab, or may need to at some points. I feel like they're in denial though, so they may not, or you may not be willing to go, but it's necessary. For some of you, it's a parent, a father, I'm feeling a guy. Could be a grandfather, an uncle. It feels like a family member, I'll say that. A male family member. For some of you, either you or somebody that you are close to may be dealing with mental health issues. Could be depression, but it could also be something else. And you may notice that you become distant, or this person becomes distant, but they say it's because they've been busy with work. One, I don't feel like this person is working or will be working when they're saying this. And it's because they're abusing some sort of substance because they are depressed. Sorry for all the background noise. But it's like somebody falls into like a bit of a depression or something, and starts using drugs or drinking more than usual, which may affect their job and may cause them to end up losing a job. I don't really feel like it's you. I feel like it's somebody around you. I also feel like somebody starts using or is using more heavily, and like their entire attitude and demeanor changes. Like those respect issues start to come up. So tell me more about alcohol or drugs involved. And for some of you, you allow somebody back into your life. I won't even say back into your life, but you have a moment of, let's call it weakness, where maybe you're drinking under the influence, you feeling a little tipsy, whatever the case. And you allow this person to come over, you go over to their place, however it goes, you end up having sex, and you may need to see a doctor. It could be because of an STD or something like that, but it could also be that you end up getting pregnant. We have the Six of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Cups. Some of you definitely dodged a bullet by leaving something. The Six of Cups we know is here because this person is wanting to reconcile. They're like a roach. They won't go away. But it's like you've moved on, or you're in this place where you don't want to deal with that anymore. No more tears. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm not crying over that anymore. And again, some of you, this has to do with a family situation. So it could be a parent, a family member, a friend. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you moved away from it, and I feel like that's the right thing to do. because it was just going to continue to bring a lot of chaos. Somebody may also be drinking and driving. If you have kids with somebody and you know that this person has a drinking problem, or you even suspect that they might have a drinking or drug problem, I would be mindful of how, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. If you and this person are not together and you know the kids are going to see the other parent, you may want to be the one that takes them, because I'm feeling like drinking and driving, or being under the influence of something and driving, and the kids may be in the car as well. So just eliminate the possibility of anything like that happening, and just do it, you know, drive them yourself or have somebody else transport them from one place to the next. For some of you, you may not have your license yet, but you may get your license in 2021, and that'll be a big accomplishment for you. Well, I see a doctor here. The Tower. I don't know, some of y'all might be burning. It's something that comes unexpectedly, because I feel like for some of you it's because you weren't expecting to sleep with this person, or whatever happens. Could also be a breakdown of some sort. I'm feeling a lot of mental health issues for this group. But again, I don't necessarily feel like it's you. I feel like it's somebody that you're connected to, but you may feel a sense of obligation or responsibility for them. Please clarify the Tower. Why is the Tower here with See a Doctor? The Moon. Something that you don't see, something that you don't expect, something that's hidden. Somebody could be hiding mental health issues or substance abuse. Why is the Moon here? The High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, definitely depression, anxiety, something that has to do with mental health. Somebody needs to seek help. Could be therapy. A doctor doesn't have to be, you know, just a physical doctor or whatever the correct term would be. Why is respect issues here? I keep hearing daddy issues. Every time I look at that card, I hear daddy issues. So you could be somebody who has daddy issues. You could be dealing with somebody who has daddy issues. Some of you grew up in an abusive home and your father was abusive. Some of you could be with somebody, or you were with somebody who grew up in that situation and now they are also abusive. Please clarify respect issues. King of Cups. I definitely feel like it's a masculine energy. Because even with the King of Cups, like he's pouring out the cup. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Masculine energy does not have to be a man. I feel like this person may be disrespectful too, because they don't know how to express how they feel. Not an excuse, but that's just what it is. The Lovers. Gemini energy could also be dealing with a Libra. So somebody that you were in a relationship with. Again, I feel like it's this ex who has an issue, and you may continue to deal with this ex. Who, not deal with them in the sense that you'll be with them, but deal with them like they keep popping up. Like I said, they're like a roach. They won't go away. Please clarify just busy. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to move something forward. And so it may be taking a lot of their time or your time. With quality time, make sure that you are making time for everything that is important to you. Like I said, some of y'all could be getting pregnant and it was not expected. But some of you may not even realize that you're pregnant because you are so busy and just caught up in everything that you have going on. Like, you may not even realize that you missed your period. And then it's like, oh. And then you start thinking back, like, okay, well, when did I even have sex? And then it dawns on you. But for those of you who are not doing the nasty, there's just something that you are manifesting, something big though that you are giving birth to, and it takes up a lot of your time. But again, just make sure you balance your time and that it's not all work all the time, that you take time to rest and rejuvenate, but that you also take time and spend it with the people that matter to you. I feel like whatever you're working on though, you are keeping it under wraps. Like, you're not really telling anybody about it. Possibly because you're unsure. Like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, so I'm going to just keep it. I'm going to just keep it to myself. I ain't going to tell nobody. And that looks like, I mean, it could be a crab, but it kind of looks like a snail to me. So with the Knight of Pentacles is something that's been moving slowly. And you could be trying to weigh out your options. Like, should I continue this? Should I not? You got the Emperor with the 10 of Pentacles. So the Empress and the Emperor, masculine, feminine energy. 10 of Pentacles says that you should keep at it. With this Emperor, there could be somebody who you can go to, who can help you. And it could be you being in a partnership with somebody, a relationship with somebody, and you two decide to work together. And you kind of learn things from each other. But it does bring a lot of stability. Could also bring a little baby. For some of you, it's been a lot of, I won't say a lot because I only did 4 of the readings that I was telling you all about, but Capricorn and Scorpio, and I think Aquarius all had potential pregnancies. Definitely Aquarius though. Theirs was a surprise, like a real surprise. So if you are an Aquarius, then, you know, do with that information what you will. We have the dream, hope, faith, and surrender. The power of the dream resides in the act of dreaming. Allow yourself the freedom to aspire, for you are worth your best efforts, regardless of the outcome. Take time today to dream what you may and have faith that it is good. Visualize. Visualize. See whatever it is that you want to see happen in your life, in your reality. Visualize it, feel it, be it, act as if it is already happening. So if you are somebody who wants to be, you know, in a relationship, act as if you're already in a relationship. If you are in a relationship and you're wanting this to develop even further and you want to be married, then act as if you are already married. Live your life as if all of the things that you want and desire have already happened for you. That's how you get it to come to you. And believe that it can actually happen for you. You have approved, so you get what you want. We have the remembrance, memory, self-image, and compassion. Take time today to look through the photographs of your life, focusing on your childhood. Gaze at each image and let yourself feel for your inner child what they needed most at that moment in time, be it love, acceptance, or just companionship. There's definitely a lot of messages that have to do with your childhood, with your family, with things that you may have experienced growing up. That may be why that message of like approval and needing that approval, that acceptance of your ideas of you was here. But I feel like you start to give that to yourself. And once you do, things change. Once you start to see your value and your worth, once you realize that you don't need anybody's approval and that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you, all that matters is what you think about you, then things change for you. So there you have it, group 2. I do hope that this is helpful, that it gives you some guidance, some clarity, and some insight. Be sure to like this video, leave me a comment down below if it resonated with you. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thebluntreader. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by going to my website. That information is in the description box. Until next time, I love you for free. If you chose group 3, the Selenite, then this is your reading. Let's see what 2021 has in store for you. We have get outside, take a breather, and support. Your angels are here for you now and forever. It seems like things have been moving rather quickly. There's been a lot of changes, big transformations that have happened, but it may feel like it happened all at once. Like before you could truly catch your breath and recover from one thing, something else happened and something else happened. That was probably 2020 for a lot of people. And get outside for me is saying to get grounded, to meditate, to breathe in, to breathe out, to come back to this moment, be present, get out of your head. Know that you are supported, that you are protected, that your guides, your angels, your ancestors are always around you. I'm seeing a yellow house, and I feel like it's not even a real house. It's more of a symbolism for finding your happy place, because yellow is my happy color, one of my happy colors. It's like find your happy place or create one. A physical one if you want to. Maybe you go to a park, maybe you go by a river, by a lake, maybe you just sit outside in the grass and take in nature, take in the scenery. Maybe it's someplace in your home, maybe it's on a patio, a balcony, something to that extent. I see trees though, trees and plants, greenery, so be outside or around greenery. If you have plants within your house, that's also a good option, because I live in Miami, so we don't have winter, but it is winter in other parts of the world. So if you can't go outside, at least be around something that is a connection to nature. Meditate and listen to, what do you call those things? Singing bowls, I think is what it's called. If you have one, then you can use that while you meditate as well. In 2021, be okay with asking for help when you need it, whether that be through, your spiritual team, whoever you believe in spiritually, or asking people around you for help and assistance. Not feeling like you have to do everything on your own, because you don't. I think that sometimes we get so used to or get so caught up in having to do things by ourselves, because either it's a thing of control and I need it done in a particular way, so I'm just going to do it myself, or you haven't ever felt truly supported by other people, so you always just rely on yourself. But sometimes we have tools and resources and people around us who will help if we ask, but we don't ever ask. And maybe these people don't just volunteer because it's like, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, or their boundaries, by offering them something that they may not want. Take time to be present. Mindfulness is very important for this group. I'm hearing mind travel, so travel in your mind. Use your imagination. Allow yourself to daydream. Especially if that was something you did a lot when you were younger. I feel like it'll help to connect you with your inner child. Ask and it will be given to you. With group 2, I think it was, ask for more is what came up. For you, I feel like you just need to ask, and you don't. Or you haven't been, because sometimes we forget the simple thing. It's like, I have a problem, so the simple thing would be to ask for a solution, to ask for help. But we do everything else but that. So in 2021, ground yourself. Remember to breathe, meditate, create a happy place, or go within yourself to tap into that happiness, that inner joy, that inner peace, the inner calmness. Be active as well. And remember that you are always supported. We have serendipity. Message in a bottle. Co-create. here and now. So it's very clear what the theme is here for you. Ask for help from the people around you, but also the universe. Co-creating also has to do with you asking, you telling, you requesting from the universe so that you can experience this serendipity, these blessings that want to come, but you're not asking. You're not asking for what it is that you actually want. Or you're not asking at all. A message in a bottle is like synchronicities. The universe, your guides, your spiritual team letting you know, like, we're here. Whenever you want to utilize us, phone a friend, we're here. Here and now, again, about coming back to the present moment. I feel like that take a breather, this message of meditating, this message of finding a happy place is because you get so caught up in your head. And it's like, if you're going to get caught up in your head, allow yourself to travel in your mind and experience something that's going to bring about this energy of bliss and peace and happiness. Not you worrying about things you have no control over. Create a mental happy place if you're going to live in your head. At least make it something good. Here and now is all we have. The past is already done. There's nothing you can do about that. The future is not here yet, so you don't know what's going to happen. So just be here in this moment. Get what you can get from this moment. If you are near a beach, near water, and it's not cold, I'm not telling y'all to go out and, in the middle of a snowstorm. But if you are by water, if you are traveling at any point and you'll be by water, there's where you will find peace and clarity. You can even listen to like the ocean waves. They have videos on YouTube to help relax you and keep you centered, keep you here, keep you present. Or again, allow yourself to travel in your mind to a place that is joyous to be. Not you trying to figure out things that haven't really happened yet, and that's creating anxiety. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of insights. And if you are willing to ask for help, ask for assistance when you need it, if you will co-create with the universe, if you will believe that these things can happen for you, they will. And I feel like they'll happen quickly. It's like the solution is right there, and it's the very simple solution of just ask. It's like, I really, really need this money. Like, I want this money. And you're going through in your head trying to think of all the ways that you can accumulate this money. Well, I could do this, I could do that. If I did this, this, and this, then I'll be halfway there. Or you could just ask. Wouldn't that be simpler? Because what if you ask and somebody says, okay, yeah, you can have it. Now you've eliminated, all of this worry and thinking about it. And all you had to do was ask and it was given to you. Ask and it will be given to you. The problem is you're not asking, or you don't believe. You ask and then you start worrying about, well, what if this happens and what if that happens, and you ruin the potential of what you can have. I do still feel like that message from group 2 of ask for more is here as well. Because some of you are just like, I just want to stay afloat. Like, I just want to be content. I don't really care about the serendipity. I don't really care about the land of milk and honey. I don't really need all of the abundance. I don't need to be that rich. I just want to stay afloat. I just want to be able to not live check to check. But why are you thinking so small when you have an infinite supply, an infinite source? Doesn't mean that you have to be greedy or hoard or take more than what is necessary. But it also doesn't mean you gotta just settle for, well, I just, whatever you want to give me, then okay. Because haven't you been getting that anyway? The job is giving you what they want to give you and you still struggling. The relationship or the person you're in a relationship with is giving you what they want to give you and it's still struggling. So leaving that into the hands of other people isn't really working for you. So how about you ask for what you actually want? But asking for what you actually want means that you also have to believe you deserve that. I like to think that what we accept is what we feel we deserve, because if you felt you deserve more, then why wouldn't you ask for more? Or why would you just settle for what they're giving you if you feel you deserve more? That's not in alignment. That's not in agreement. If I say that I deserve to be paid $100 an hour, I'm not going to take a job that's only paying me $50. I know that I deserve more. So I'm going to just wait until that comes, until it shows up, because it will, because I deserve it, and I know that. It'll come. When, I don't know. It's not really my concern, but it'll come. But what I'm not going to do is settle for this $50 an hour when I know that I deserve more. But people will take that $50 because it's like, well, that's what they're offering, and I need this right now. So you don't have faith that it'll come through for you, that $100 an hour or more or better? Because that's what you're saying when you take something that you don't really want, but you feel like you have to because there's no other options. There are always other options. So in 2021, stop settling. Ask for what you want. Ask for help if you need it. As I said, the thing for you is definitely about asking. Asking for help, asking for assistance, asking for guidance, asking. And being assertive when you do it.
Not well if you can, but it's not a big deal if you...
No, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I desire. I deserve to make $100 an hour, so I'm not asking you, is that okay with you? I'm telling you that that's what I deserve, and I'm not settling for anything less. So you're either going to give me the $100 or I'm just going somewhere else. Simple. Be assertive. All that meekness, mildness, timidness, humbleness, we're not doing that. The price just went up. And not just in terms of whether you have a business or whether you work for somebody else. But the price just went up on what it costs for you to even be connected to me in any kind of way, to have access to me. Your energy has to be better. Your attitude has to be better. You have to be bringing more to the table. You have to be able to reciprocate what I am giving you, because if you benefit from being connected to me and I get absolutely nothing from being connected to you, we got a problem. The price just went up. I know you're used to me just settling for anything, but the price just went up. You can't have access to me like that no more. I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not settling for that anymore. That's not okay with me anymore. The price just went up. And when that's the attitude you take, what comes? Abundance. You have not because you ask not. You have not because you ask not. Because you don't want to ask for what it is you actually want. You don't have it. Not because it's not available to you, not because it's not yours, not because you aren't deserving, because you don't ask. Or you ask and it's like, but if you can't do it, then I'll just take this. No. For what? For what? In the near future. And romance. The romance could be coming in the near future. For some of you who are single, abundance could be coming in the near future if you are willing to be assertive and ask for what it is that you want. Like I said, the price just went up, but that doesn't just apply to money. It also applies to people having access to you. It also applies to relationships. Can you rely on the people that you are close to? Can you rely on the people that you share energy with? Can you rely on them the same way they rely on you? If not, get rid of them. You're used to being the go-to person. Everybody can't go to you no more. Not without paying what you deserve. Maybe before you were willing to let people pick your brain for free. Not no more. We're not doing that. Until I get what I deserve, And it doesn't mean you gotta charge for every single thing that you do or offer, unless that's what you want to do. There are a lot of things that I give for free, a lot of things that people don't have to pay for. But the things that you do have to pay for, oh, you're going to pay what I deserve, or you're just not going to get it, and that's fine. The word for me for 2021 is exclusive. And anything that is exclusive comes with a price, some kind of price. So stop selling yourself short. Look at them prices that you have and see if it actually is the right price. Because some of y'all be charging way less than you should be making. And you could have abundance, you could have prosperity, you can have everything that you want if you ask for more. If you ask for what you actually deserve and not what you think people can afford. If they can't afford it, then they don't need it. They can go to somewhere else that they can afford. If people cannot afford to book with me, then they go to somebody who they can afford, or they just stick to the free content that I provide. There's always other options. So if they can't afford the price that you feel you deserve, they are not your people. And that's okay. Your people are out there and you will find them. We have money versus love. For some of you, you are getting to a place in your career where you're trying to navigate that line of doing something simply because it gives you money, it brings you money, and doing something because you actually love it and it is fulfilling to you. There's also those of you, especially for you who have your own business, where it's like, I love what I do, I'm passionate about what I do, especially if it's a spiritual business, because I tend to feel like some people, when it comes to spiritual businesses, they feel like they shouldn't charge that much because it's spiritual and it's guidance, and you shouldn't be charging people for that. If that's how you feel, that's cool. That's your opinion. But if I'm giving you a service, then there has to be some sort of energy exchange. And some of you have a hard time pricing things because you feel like, well, I'm supposed to be doing this. You're also supposed to be getting paid. Because when the lights get cut off, when you don't have nowhere to live, when you don't have money to take care of your kids and you can't feed yourself, what you going to tell all these people that you owe money to? Exactly. I also feel like there has to be a balance between focusing on a relationship or relationships and what you do for money and work. Making time for everything that is important to you. Stop giving out discounts to people or giving out free services to people that you are close to. Like giving your friends, your family free stuff all of the time. Doesn't mean you can't do it sometimes, but if this is your business, treat it like a business and not a hobby. Some of y'all are not making any money and not having any success in your business, and you wonder why. Because you're not running it like a business, you're running it like a hobby. It's blowing my mind how abundant you really could be if you did things differently, if you just tweaked some things, if you started charging what you were worth, if you got exclusive with the people that you worked with, if you were consistent and stayed focused, how wealthy, how abundant, how prosperous you would be. But some of you don't feel like you deserve that. Like you almost like struggling because that's what you're used to. That's comfortable to you. And though struggle doesn't sound comfortable, if that's all you've ever known, it is comfortable to you because you're used to it. So once you get a taste of something more, you tend to sabotage it. I know I keep saying this, but stop treating your business like a hobby. Get serious about something that you are calling a business. We have detachment. We have romance. Lots of romance here. Dream come true. And passion. passion has to do with romance in a relationship, but it also has to do with what you are passionate about. Some of you, a lot of you, it seems, may already have a business, but you may also be starting your business, maybe figuring out what you're actually passionate about, what it is that you are supposed to be doing while you are here. What you should be detaching from is this lack mentality, this scarcity mindset, this need to, I don't know, people please. What dream come true is, like I said, the amount of abundance and success you could have if you got out of your own way and did a few things differently is crazy. If you actually asked for help, if you co-created with the universe, if you acted like you deserve these things. I feel like February could be a big month for you, especially, I know I keep saying if you have a business, but I feel like for this group, a lot of you probably have businesses or you're thinking about starting a business. But in February, with all of this romance and passion, there's something that you can do, sell, create, package, whatever, even if it's a service, something you can do and provide that in February, with Valentine's Day being in February, would do really well and can bring you a lot of abundance. So start thinking about that now if you're watching this in January. September is also important. I'm also getting catering, so some of you could be a caterer. Some of you realize just how quickly and how willing people are to give you things if you just ask. We have going to contact you, likes you romantically, improvement, communication coming. So somebody is definitely going to be communicating with you. And stuck on an ex. It seems like some of you could be stuck on an ex, yes, but I feel like it has more to do with like an ex being stuck on you, and they're like constantly thinking about you, and so you may be thinking about them too, but you think it's your thought, if that makes sense. I mean, it is your thought, but it's only coming up because this person is like continuously thinking about you, so it's penetrating your energy. With improvement, there is definitely improvement. Again, if you do things differently, things vastly change and improve and get better, and there's abundance and happiness and joy and fulfillment and love and passion and all of this wonderful energy. If you just, start doing things differently. We have smooth operator, cunning, charisma, sneaky. And love drought, dry spell, lack, void. So some of you may have been experiencing a bit of a dry spell in your love life. It could be because you were stuck on an ex, but I feel like that's going to change. Don't look too dry to me. Not with this passion card. You got passion, you got romance twice. Yeah, things are definitely changing for you. Romantically, in the love sense, improving, getting better. I feel like things change all around for you, but you have to make some changes. Spirit, who is going to contact them? Where is this communication coming from? Who is this person? Queen of Cups. I feel like it's somebody that you were deeply connected to emotionally. They could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also feeling Aquarius. It seems somebody's hopeful about this communication. So either it's you being hopeful that something will come of it, or this person who's communicating with you is hopeful that something will come of it. What do they want to say, Spirit? What does this Queen of Cups want to say? Yep, reconciliation. They want to move forward. They have big plans, long-term plans. So for some of you, this is reconciliation with an ex that you've been unable to kind of move past. Even when you tried, it just didn't work. And for some of you, this is a dream come true because this is something that you wanted. So this person is coming back saying, look, this is my plan. I want to move forward. I apologize. I messed up. I did wrong. You got the 5 of Cups too. Remorse. I messed up. It's on me. But now I'm trying to make this better. I want to move this forward. Why is stuck on an X here? Yeah, the Star with the Hierophant. The Star being about hope. Again, you could be an Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Whoever this person is, they could be an Aquarius. It does look like it's something that could go to the next level with the Hierophant being about long-term commitments. Also about marriage. So I feel like you've been stuck on this person. This person has been stuck on you because you're really hopeful. Like, yeah, things may not have been all that great. We've had our problems, but you just feel it. Like, it's not over. Please clarify the Star and the Hierophant. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, we're talking about coming together, reuniting, celebrating. 10 of Pentacles, the foundation, the stability, the family, the home. A solid connection here. Again, this is talking about somebody who is married. So some of you may be getting married next year or this year. It's New Year's Eve when I'm recording this, so. Or getting engaged. There's a deepening of a connection that somebody may have thought was over. We have the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune because somebody done learned their lesson. I get it now. I understand. I see where I went wrong and this is how I'm going to fix it. There's reunion here because somebody is learning. Somebody has learned. Okay. Why is passion here? Ace of Wands, what you're passionate about. An idea that you have. It's like something is reignited after something has died. Or you think it's dead. You think it's dead, but it's really just being transformed. You also have the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Somebody is ready to fight for this now. Somebody is ready to move forward, move ahead. Is thinking long term. This is also you being willing to be committed to your dreams. Being focused. Please clarify money versus love. Three of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Somebody is holding on, and I feel like they've been holding on. Even if it's months and you're not with this person, like, somebody is still holding on to the idea that you'll be able to work it out. The 3 of Pentacles, we're also talking about teamwork and collaboration, asking for help, allowing people to help you, which is a thing for you. Not being afraid to ask when you need assistance. The 4 of Pentacles is that lack mindset, that scarcity mindset. What's going on with all of this romance, Spirit? We have the Hermit, the Page of Swords, Temperance, the High Priestess, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like 7 of Pentacles. You gave and you gave and you gave and you gave and you did and you did and you did. and you're used to you just having to do everything on your own. This is sprouting from her hand. So this is because of her hard work, not because of anybody else. But this is what you did. This is what you created, and this is what you're used to doing. So in this situation, which could be a relationship, it could be energy that you put into a job, energy that you put into a business, something. It gave you something, but not everything that you were looking for. So it seems like you got a little bit, I want to say, defeated. Or it became too much for you to deal with. It became overwhelming for you. And so, Temperance is here saying balance. Find the balance. Remember that you don't have to do everything on your own. That if you ask, we are here. Your intuition. If you listen, if you take heed to the instructions, you'll be fine. But there's still some more for you to learn with this page of Swords and the Hermit. Because the Hermit is somebody who is wise. This is about going internally, being introspective to gain some sort of insight into something. Feels like getting clarity on something. The Page of Swords is always the student for me. Somebody who's learning either through experience or going to like school, a class, training, something like that. But with that Three of Pentacles, we're talking about apprenticeship. So we're talking about like an internship or getting a mentor, getting a coach, a life coach, a business coach, something to that extent. Going to somebody for help who can help you. And like I said, with this business stuff, for those of you who do have businesses, it could be a lot more successful if you did a few things differently. It's not even like you need to do a whole lot. But the Queen of Swords, she thinks she knows things. I got it. I'll figure it out. You're smart, yeah. You can figure it out, sure. But why do you feel like you have to do it alone when there are people who will help you? Again, if you say, I need this money, I need $1,000 in order to take care of something, you could ask somebody for $1,000 and they could just hand it over to you. Like, here you go, I got it. Or you can keep going through all of these. Well, I could do this. I could work more hours. I could see if I can do a sell and make money that way. I can sell this. I can sell that. I could go donate some plasma. Why are you doing all of that and exerting yourself even more? Stretching yourself even further when you could just ask and it could be given to you. It doesn't make sense. It's a pride thing. So some of you would definitely benefit from getting a coach, a therapist, a mentor, somebody that you can go to who has insight, who is doing or has done what you are wanting to do and has done it successfully. Because if they ain't doing nothing productive, if they're not getting any type of success, then what are they going to do for you? We have the cosmos, boundlessness, direction, and creative force. The night sky holds many a wonder, some that we can see with our eyes and some that we can only know with our hearts. Take time today to connect with the cosmos. Go stargazing, read about the lunar cycles, or study astrology. That may be something that you are into. Maybe you do want to learn astrology. Maybe you do want to learn about the moon. Maybe you do want to work with the phases and the cycles of the moon. There's something that you want to do that you could already be doing, but it's not working or producing the results that you are looking for. And I feel like you would benefit from getting some direction. One, from your angels, from your ancestors, your guides. So checking in with your intuition, but there could also be people around you who can help you. But you'll never know if you never ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. the adventure, exploration, apprehension, and fulfillment. Today is the day to try something new, explore just for fun, and be a bit more daring. Do not let apprehension keep you from your new adventure. That feeling will fade, but the wonder that is to be found will surely not. Ask for help from others and be bold. Be willing to do things that you would have never done, like ask for help. Some of you have issues with pride. Some of you are just worried that the person or the situation is just going to be a no. But you don't know unless you ask. And even if it is a no, it doesn't mean that you're getting a no from every single person who can help you. Be open. Be receptive to help. Because getting the help that you need is really going to help you. It's really going to change your life for the better. So, there you have it, group 3. I do hope that this is helpful, that it gives you some guidance, some clarity, and some insight. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not, be sure to thumbs this video up. If you would like to book a reading or coaching with me, that information is in the description box. Until next time, I love you for free.